I hope this video helps you guys with changing the oil in your vehicle. If it does, please share it with everybody that you know of. Like it, that way other people can also learn from this video. Thank you. Okay y'all, so first thing you guys want to do is undo this cap where the oil goes. Put that aside so you can let it breathe in while you pour the oil in. And then I guess the dipstick as well, just to let the engine breathe as you're dumping out the old oil. So now look under here, I've already got our brakes in the bag just to keep it from going anywhere forward or back. I already jacked it up, and now we're ready to go underneath there and undo the plug. Okay y'all, now we're going underneath the truck, and there's my jack, front tire. If you look, right there, that's the oil drain plug. Now I'm gonna flip the camera around and show you guys that it's right there. So that's the one that we're gonna do lefty loosey on. Remember, righty tighty, lefty loosey, and we're gonna get that unbolted. So hopefully we can get a good angle for you guys. Want to position your oil pan to where it flows out in that way. First, we want to get it loose. And you've only got a little bit of space to work with from here to here. That's not a lot of space. Okay, so we got it loose. Now put your pan underneath, right about there. And as you're undoing it, you're gonna wanna pop out fast and get your hand out the way. So if not, you're gonna get all dirty. And then as you're unscrewing, try to unscrew but push it in. That way it just doesn't fall out on you real quick. This is it, 1, 2, and there you go. Now you get the pan a little bit closer. Find your rag, clean your bolt, clean your hand. We still got some on us, it's okay. You clean your hand, clean off that bolt, check out the bolt too. So I don't know if you guys can even see that, but just make sure, you know, it's not stripped off. Check it in. You still got the gasket right here. Look at your treads real quick. Just make sure it's all clean and then put it aside. Let that sucker drain. And be mindful of the wind too. As you can see right there, that stream. So get it closer. Got to be mindful of that, and then give it about, usually it takes about 5 minutes or so, maybe a little bit more for it to drain fully. Let it, even if it's still dropping, you know, let it just release all that oil from it. Clean off your tool if it got dirty. So this one, clean it off. Don't want it to get loose on you when you're tightening it up. And I'll be back with you in a little bit. Now that you've got a couple dots just kind of humming out of there, push it back a little bit. Now we're just kind of get your rag over here and kind of clean off the back part. Like that. Okay guys, now get your bolt. I'm gonna stick it in there. Give it a couple turns. Make sure it goes in there nice and smooth. If it feels kind of hard, pull it back out before you cross thread it and mess up the threads. Clean that off. Hand tight wherever it feels like, right there where it won't move anymore with your hand. Now back here it got a little wet, so you push your oil pan back without dripping anything. Get your rag, kind of clean it off right here, nice and clean. Give your bolts another clean. Make sure there's no oil residues or wipe off the excess. Now this goes the other way now. Remember, righty tighty, lefty loosey, and put it on the bolt. Just kind of go until you feel it tight. Right about there. Don't go too hard, because you can destroy the tread on it as well. Have you ever seen those memes where it says when you tighten the bolt so much that it comes loose again? Once you do that, you're screwed. But yeah, so you just check it, put it in there, kind of measure yourself, and remember that whenever with the vibrations of the motor, it'll tighten up the bolt as well. So that's why you don't want to leave it super tight, because then next time you're going to have a hard time taking it off. So just leave it somewhat tight, so you hand tighten it, and then you kind of give it, overall it's going to be about a quarter turn or a half a turn more, and that should be good. You'll know, and you'll be good. Now let's go up to the top. Okay y'all, so check this out. We brought down the truck, and now the oil pan, so here's the bumper, right? You're almost right here at the front. You want to get it right around there, and I'll show you the top view as well, because when we do when we undo the oil filter, some of that oil is going to come down. That way it falls in there. So got to get my little stool, little railroad tie. So we're looking at the top of the engine, right? Okay. So if you look down in there, see how well we can get it. Let's turn the flash on. So as you can see, that oil filter is right there where it says fram. Right about there. So that's your oil filter. Now if you keep looking down, underneath that oil filter, right about there, okay, right there, that's where the oil is going to fall, and it's going to catch into that oil pan. It's kind of hard to see. Let me see. So I'm not sure if we can even pick that up, but the oil pan's down there. It's kind of hard to pick up from here. Oh, I think you can kind of see it from right here. So your oil pan is right down there. See if it focuses. Okay, so the oil pan is right down there. So when the oil falls, it's going to fall in there. That's why I said leave the oil pan down there. So remember, same technique, lefty loosey. See if we can get this loose. If not, we're going to have to use that apparatus right there, and let's see how it goes. All right, y'all, let's see how this goes. So I have to fish my hand down here. Make sure the engine's cool. If it's not, you're gonna have a very bad day. Yeah, it's not gonna move. With the vibrations, it's not gonna move. So now I gotta fish this thing down there. Okay, so right around there. Now we pull the cord. Now it's kind of hard to show you guys without dropping anything, but let's see. Let's see if we can get this to... I just needed to move just a little bit, not too much. And it's gonna take a bunch of screw use. Come on now. But we should get it done. This is honestly, this is really the hardest part of this vehicle. Changing the oil of the Traverse is trying to let loose this freaking oil filter. Whoever designed these engines, you suck. And I've seen worse ones out there, but come on. This is ridiculous. I have my hand over the AC lines, so I'm scared to break those. My hand's also over the harness, the wiring harness right here. Scared of breaking that. They just put it in the worst place ever. They honestly should have just left it underneath the truck like the pickup trucks do. But I guess, or they should have left it up top like some of these cars do. But no, they decided, oh, let me put it in the front. It looks like it's easy access, but it's not. And I also mentioned you've got about a couple of inches to maneuver around. Okay guys, let me loosen this up and then I'll come back. Alright guys, so we're back in it. I got it kind of loose now, so bear with me. I loosened it up a little bit. Alright. Now we've got it. Now you can see where got it now. Okay, so now you're just gonna pull back slowly. I swear they made this design so stupid. Okay, so see, you gotta fish it in through all this just to get it out. But this design is so damn stupid. Okay, so there it is. Then you make sure that it comes with the gasket here intact. Okay, y'all, so with these new filters, I didn't show it because it's hard to record with one hand and do it with the other, but with these new filters, what you want to do is load it up a little bit. You can't even see in there. Okay, you load it up a little bit with some oil. Don't fill it up all the way, because remember, you have to turn it sideways. With the ones you do underneath, you can fill it up at least halfway, but with these, I just kind of filled it up halfway. Of course, it kind of went down a little bit, but that's fine. Just have some oil in there already preloaded. That way when it starts up, it's not completely dry. Now, also get some oil and then run it around the gasket. Keep that gasket nice and lubricated. That way it goes on there good and it doesn't dry rot and it doesn't stick to the engine when you try to pull it off. Now we got to do the reverse. You got to put your hand down there. You got to feel it because you can't see what the hell you're doing. So you kind of put it down the way you brought it back up. Turn it sideways. Look for that hole, for where it screws in, and then just kind of start kind of turning it or twisting it, screwing it in. Then you'll feel where it grabs on. Now if it feels kind of tight, pull it back out and try again. It's going to take quite a bit, but you'll get it done eventually. Just have to have a lot of patience with this. Okay, y'all, so now comes the fun part where we fill up the oil. So when you're filling it up, don't fill it up this way. You got to fill it up sideways. Why? Because look, sideways, you got a smooth pour. If you do it this way, you get this. You start, when you go, you get that gloop, 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 gloop. And we don't want that. And it's less precision too. If you want more accuracy when you go, sideways. I'm telling you. We have a funnel here, but there's times when you can't even use a funnel, so you need sideways. Do this to pour your washer fluid, your oils. It's just way more convenient and more accurate as well. So this truck takes 6 quarts of 5W30. Since I couldn't find the same type of oil, I'll be using the same brand and everything. It's just, it's not the Edge Extended Performance. I'm gonna be using 5 quarts of the Edge Extended Performance, and then 1 quart of Castrol Edge High Mileage. It's still a synthetic formula, so it's still full synthetic oil. It's just that they didn't have any more. It should be okay. It's still good oil. Now you leave it like that so it can kind of drain everything. Every last drop counts. I already put on the oil filter. It took a couple tries, but I got it in. Then you want to screw it hand tight as well. Don't over screw it. Just screw it hand tight. And after you screw it in and it feels good, give it a little bit more, and then you'll be good. And remember, with the vibrations of the truck, it'll tighten up. So you're good. So right here, you see, you still got some oil in there. You see? So don't just throw it away, you know, kind of give it a couple shakes. You still got a little bit of oil in there. On this one, we've got about, I don't even know if you can see that, but got a bit under 2.5. We need to get it right about under 1.5. So this one is going to take a couple tries, but so you pour, you stop, and you check it. Pour, stop, and check it. I mean, you can check it if you want now. But usually what you do is you turn it on, let it run for about a minute or so. About the time it takes you to reset the oil life, turn it off, give it about another minute or two for the oil to come back down, and then you check it. And then if it still needs some, you put a little bit more, and if it's good, then you're good to go. So we put the cap back on. Actually, give it a little clean. Okay, you put the cap back on. We can pull out the dipstick if you want. So the first one, you wipe it off. Stick it back in there. Pull it back out. Now we check it. So I don't even know if you guys can see that, but looks like it's good. Wipe it off, put it back in there. Now we got to turn it on. Now we turn it back on, give it about 2 minutes, turn it back off, let it sit down or settle down, and then check it again.
If this video helped you guys in any way possible, please consider giving it a like, subscribing to the channel for other videos that I do have, and also sharing it with your friends or on your social media, wherever, just so that more people can view this video and it can also help out others around you. My whole purpose of making these videos is to help others, just like I've seen other videos, and just to share the knowledge with everybody, because we all, knowledge is power. So thank you so much for watching. Again, I appreciate the time you took to watch this video, and I hope it helped you out in every way possible. Leave a comment down below and let me know, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.